Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing an upcycled old factory build. So we're trying to make it look like the occupants of this house have kind of collected the items over various different times and different places, and it's kind of all a mishmash together. So there's lots of bright colours, there's lots of different styles as well, so it kind of all comes together in a beautiful hopefully not mess, but it comes sort of together to make a stylish home out of this old factory. So for the factory itself, I kind of split it into three parts, kind of having the bottom section as the main factory part. Kind of that's the bit that was left over from the actual old factory itself, and then on the top we've got two different sort of, I can't remember what they're like, A-frame roof bits, but they're supposed to be built at different times, dependent, kind of to represent the evolution of this building. So there's going to be one that has a red wooden sort of veneer to the outside, so that one was built the latest, and then there's a stone one as well, which was built in between. And then we've got a little extension on the back as well, which is going to be the kitchen area, and that I wanted to have a skylight in the roof, so it came and brought light into the kitchen. So we're not actually having any windows on that section, and all the windows are actually the ones from Get Together, so they are the more factory looking ones, because I wanted some smaller windows than the ones you get in city living. So I thought these ones were really good in the dark wood. And the newest part of the house also has a green roof on it, as kind of they've thought more about the sustainability of this property, which sounds really odd to say in the Sims because we have no sustainability. And kind of the inspiration was for this house was the fact that I just wanted to do a kitchen with skylights in it. So I was like, how can I fit that into doing a build? And kind of just came up with this. I do like using the lot on the old salt house, and it is always a fun lot to build on. And for the garden, I kind of wanted it to be sort of kept but sort of untamed as well. So we've got this, tried to do a custom little bush wall using a various different bushes of all heights and scales as well. And we've got a nice little green wall to greet you into the property as well. I kind of wanted to mix the old and new, so we've got that really modern fence around it against the really like dark old bricks of the back wall, which probably used to be part of the garage area where they used to keep the cars. And because it's a factory, I put in a lot of the shutters that you can use as art murals that is in there in city living, so you can kind of get the vibe that it was a proper factory, and they've kind of painted it over to make it fit in to their space. And I started off with the bottom being all the outside brick, and then I was like, they would have painted over some of them, so I do change some of the inner walls to be the whitewashed sort of peeling brick texture, and then we've still got the outer ones with the normal brick as well. There's two different styles in the bathrooms, so we've got one that has some new brick like tile work in there, and then one with an older style tile. And then we're going to work on the kitchen, so we're going for industrial feel, but we're mixing up the cabinets because I thought that was something you would do, kind of pick which cabinet you kind of like and just go, oh, if we can find that all in the same sort of design to fit our house, then we will take that. We've got a nice old copper sink, and we've got a few more modern sort of microwave and coffee machine and a cooker a cooker and a fridge. That's what I was trying to think of. It's like, what's the word for the thing you keep the food in? So we got a very varied mix of different styles and age as well. We got some like really modern stuff and some really old stuff they probably collected in antique fairs and stuff. I think the kitchen is probably one of my favorite rooms. I spent a lot of time trying to decorate it. We've got a little green wall inside as well to kind of oppose the little drinks wall that has the lights on it as well, but it came in the yellow, so this house has got a very yellow theme to it, which is not normally a color I sort of lean towards, but it kind of picked out the yellow in the brickwork and I thought that matched very nicely. So on this wall next to the dining table, I thought it'd be quite nice to put up a collection of wall things they've kind of collected. So we've got some like old laundry stuff, and then we've got some of the cups and the coffee stuff, which is always fun to put up in kitchens. And we've got like old signs and sort of a various mash of different stuff that they've done and kind of set it around some old pipe work. I also put a lot of the cracks from the jungle adventure stuff as well in here to kind of show that it's an older build. And we've got some cobwebs in the corner. I've actually got the vampire stuff pack now, so they probably could be replaced with some of those more subtle ones. I've also put some arrow decals on the wall just to make it look like there might have been, that's the place where you load the products into the vans and stuff, because we've got a lot of the garage doors, so that might have been where you load the stuff on. And then here I keep jumping in to see where the lights are, because obviously we can't have them hanging over the skylights, and that's just using a mod that I got off, it's the Sims Ply, one of his videos, so you can go into the tab mode while you're in build mode, which is so handy, especially in seasons, so you always have beautiful nice weather, unless you really want to have like snowy one. I've got a perfect snowy build that I really want to do, but the film has to come out first so I can do a lovely cringy review of it. I can't wait. And then we are in the living area, so we've got a really modern fireplace and a quite large TV, and then we've got some ornate coffee tables that I put together and then connect them later on using one of the succulent plants. And then we've got a few older trunks and stuff by a mirror that's kind of like handmade, and then we've got some bright orange roll tops as well, which I thought were really great and brings the yellow color back through, and using some of the little ottoman poof things to make the seats have like a corner seat on them, so you can kind of put your feet up and chill. We've got a little flower area at the back, because obviously we've got to bring in that nature and the plant aesthetic into our lives. And because the living room was so big, I actually got to use one of the mats that I rarely use, and it came in this gorgeous red and yellow and orange like sunset tone, which worked beautifully on the floor, especially like because all the floors on the bottom it's not a basement, on the bottom floor are all in concrete, so you have to have some rugs about. And then I wanted to it was kind of a big space around the little sort of living area, so I made a little built-in book area. So we've got a mix of the city living and the seasons bookshelves, and then it goes all the way down to like a desk, so I couldn't find a bookshelf that actually fitted in to make it like step down into a nice little design under the windows. We got a old piano and an old art easel as well, so if your Sims are creative then they can get learning those skills. And I thought it'd be quite nice that they kind of found an old keyboard, so we got it in the beige. I always forget to add fish tanks and stuff like that in builds, which always adds something nice. I always used to put them in like the Sims 1 builds, because that was like one of the fanciest items you could get. And obviously putting a load of clutter items on the shelves just to vary them up a bit and make them look a little bit unique And this is the entranceway, so this would have been sort of the loading bay of the factory, so it's quite a big space for just an entranceway. So I was kind of trying to find items that I could put in here, so I made a little built-in storage place for your shoes and your coats and stuff, and there's a few of the big rug sets with some cushions to sit on to put your shoes and stuff on. And then we've got a few of the bigger cupboards. I think that one's from Jungle Adventures, just to add in. And we got the parenthood board as well, which I put in the corner, and they actually do manage to get themselves round the back there to put stuff on, which is all good. I made a little family to go in here of kind of like I don't know how you would describe them. They kind of like have their really own individual style, and sort of had to play around and kind of made their kids like the theming of the kids' rooms. So they have like their own very polarizing what's the word? Polarizing characteristics. So it kind of reflects how I design their bedrooms. So in the master bedroom, we're kind of going for the blues up here, and we have a little door out to the little top area because you can walk around the top. And I put a few seats out the top as well, and it's quite a big spacious room, and I don't actually clutter it too much because I thought they would kind of want a chill out zone. We got a few built-in wardrobes, and tried to use as much custom lighting as I could and make sure that I wasn't just using the spotlights everywhere, and thought it would be quite nice to do a little mural of some of their adventures in Granite Falls on the wall. And then this is their ensuite bathroom, which is bloody huge. And you'd probably like, it's a good job it's on the top floor because there is so many windows and not enough space to put any of the like toilets and sinks and stuff. So putting the plant in was a good idea. We kind of got a few seats about in there as well. I should have really put the laundry stuff in there, but I put it in the hallway because I thought, they're different. We're gonna have a few different colours. We're gonna have an old rug and a nicely bright painted bookshelf with a really old mirrored side table and all sorts of stuff like that. And then they've got a little coat rack there. And then this is the kids' bedroom, so one of them is into their space stuff and the other one is into their dolls and like the medicine doll, the doctor kit thing from Parenthood. So they're all pink and light colours, whereas the other child is all dark and like vibrant colours. So we kind of got the mix of the starry wallpaper on the one side, and then we just got the bright stuff on the other side. So there's a few toys and stuff about, and obviously a few toy chests, and we've got a chemistry table as well. So it kind of has a few bits of skill building. I kind of tried to make the colours and two sides sort of blend into each other, so that's why we kind of got a two-toned mat at the door, and then I put a big poster wall on the blank side just to kind of merge their two personalities together, which I thought worked quite well. And there's the one poster I needed for the middle, and I was just like, you know what should go there? The sloth poster, because who doesn't love a good sloth picture? They are such adorable little creatures. Everyone should move as slowly as a sloth does. I do the other bathroom off camera, but it's basically the same as the other one. We've got a few planters, we've got a washing line, a basketball hoop, and a barbecue, and a little a picnic table as well. We've got a few things for the kids or the parents to kind of do murals on, because I thought that'd be quite cool. Then we've got a modern post box and a little modern sign as well to say that it's their house. I thought it'd be nice to put a few of the lanterns up, so it kind of makes it a bit more of a fun space. And outside for the lighting, I hid the little tunnel the tube lights in the actual fence, and then put some of the big old copper ones up around the building, kind of in various spots that I thought would make sense to how the build actually was, and just adding in a few decorative items like the broom and the gardening stuff and a hose, and just some fishing nets on the thing, because it might have been like a fish factory or something like that. And then there's this little parents hideaway up here, so we'll put a few bushes at the back and a bench and 2 little seats, so they can have their own little private space. I also remembered to put in the decoration box as well, so that's nice and easy to get to for when the festivals roll round. And I think we are nearly at the end of this build, just adding in a few last bits, a little truck as well, and there are the screenshots. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to give it a like. If you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.